there, this is Cassia.
And this is Brian.
Welcome to The Ebon Hawk, a podcast discussing Star Wars news and Knights of the Old Republic.
Spoiler alert for the Knights of the Old Republic series and the Star Wars films, TV shows, and all other media.
This is where the fun begins.
All right, we made it to episode 75. Kind of can't believe it. Kind of that nice sweet spot between episode 50 and 100. What will we do for episode 100? Who knows? But thank you for everyone listening out there, and thank you, Brian, for all the help.
Yeah, for sure. 75 is quite the milestone, I think. So yeah, we're just now our next milestone's 100. So we'll have to plan something pretty awesome, but pretty excited getting to 75. That's great.
Yeah. So for this episode, it's going to be like a KOTOR merch highlight special. And the first like bits of merch we're going to talk about are things that like I'll never afford, in my life probably. It's the XM Studios Darth, Malek, and Darth Revan set. The set itself sells for $2,159.10, and that is in US dollars. And it's available in Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So yeah, if I had that much money, like honestly, I would get a Super 73 e-bike, but it's beautiful to look upon. This set, the characters look a little bit different than they do in the game. What do you think of them?
So this is a company, it's based out of Singapore, I think, that makes these high-end kind of statue model things, and it looks like they're made out of porcelain, which sounds pretty intense, which is probably why they're so expensive, but I think they look great. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit different take. Like Revan has kind of a different kind of vest plate and different like armor, on his like the gauntlets and like over his shoulder, and then Malek has kind of a little bit of a different design in what he's wearing, but they look really cool, and they come with some kind of swappable features, so you can change them out a little bit. They look really great, and they come on like these light up bases. So if you get both of them, you can kind of pose them together, either fighting or kind of back to back, like fighting together. What do you think? How do these look? Do they meet your standard for Revan and Malek here?
This Malek actually looks better than any Malek I could really come up with, honestly. Because I like the way they kind of did the jaw, like Malek's jaw here, because usually I'm kind of like, it looks stupid, and like, how would a human actually use that? But it's like, there's a little bit of a layer, so it's kind of like thinner than like some cosplayers do, so I'm like, ooh, it looks nice, and it seems like Malek kind of has like, would it be called a pectoral, like ancient Egyptian, like kind of like what the pharaohs would wear, kind of like a necklace, kind of like that metal?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's not like a necklace, but yeah, it's one of those like metal like plated things that you wear kind of around your neck and up over your shoulders. Yeah, like you said it really good there, like the pharaohs would wear. Yeah, it is kind of like a little bit of Egyptian vibe there, the Malek outfit.
Yeah. And I do like it's kind of like a wrapping style of red for a red bodysuit. So it kind of evokes a different age and looks just different than like, here's Darth Vader. I mean, Darth Malek, And
right.
I like the pose he has. It seems kind of calculated, a little bit almost like Count Dooku. And it's super, super highly detailed. And I like the Revan. It's just kind of a little bit of a different interpretation on the armor, and it looks high quality, and you can kind of like put these sets together so it's like they're fighting together or against each other. And is it too much to ask that one day we get like Revan fighting Bastila, and it's like they can be fighting against each other or they can be fighting together, like the OG dyad, you know?
Because you could totally do Bastila with being a light side Bastila and dark side Bastila, because like the Malak here, it comes with 2 heads. So it has a head that has kind of the like that face mask kind of thing that he wears, and the other one has the face mask removed and he just has like a mechanical jaw, which is pretty cool. And that's probably how you'd have to do it in a movie. Would make it a little bit better. You know, you're not covering half of your actor's face there, so that's pretty cool. And then
I love that someone was thinking of that. Yeah.
And the Revan has like a swappable hand, so you can have him either he's always holding the purple lightsaber, but you can have him holding his red Sith lightsaber as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So just kind of a little summary. XM Studios is making these 1:4 scale collectible series, like it's for the Star Wars Legends series. And the first releases from Star Wars Legends all the way back from the Old Republic. It's these 2 Sith Lords, Darth Revan and Malek. And the way they describe these characters is Darth Revan was the Dark Lord of the Sith who turned into a redeemed and retrained Jedi during the Jedi Civil War. Darth Malek was Darth Revan's Sith apprentice, but usurped Revan's mantle of the Dark Lord. But yeah, they look great, and maybe if these sell well, there would be a Bastila and Revan, and like either of those characters, like Bastila or Revan, could be the light or dark side person, or they could be both dark side, even though it breaks my heart and that shouldn't ever happen, or they could be both light side, you know? So they have a talented team in charge of those, but I'm just gonna look upon these, you know, because that's a lot of money and it's not available where I live, and I don't know if I want to invest in mailing that to me.
Yeah, that's a little rich for my blood, as they say. So probably not going to go out and get these, but yeah, hopefully they sell, because you know it's always good to have KOTOR merch out there, and I'm sure people on Instagram will get them and take glorious pictures, and we can look at them and admire them, you know, over the internet. So
maybe I'm a fake fan because I'm not buying this, but I mean, I feel like I'm heavily invested, you know, 75 episodes, you know, invested in the Knights of the Old Republic. But yeah, I'm just going to look at these and like post pictures on Instagram. And if you guys enjoy them and listen to the pod, please tag us in your photos and we'll share them. So, because it's a great product. So
yeah, I'm definitely excited to see. They look amazing on the website, so I'll be excited to see them. You know, people start getting them into their collections. So we'll see what they look like in real life, and that will be amazing.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, because we were talking about Bastila and Revan. Make sure you're following Jake Bartok on Instagram. He just released, I think it's Bastila's debut in his medieval Star Wars version, but he just released really incredibly cool piece that has Darth Revan and Bastila Shan in his medieval Star Wars style. So everyone should check that out.
Yeah, definitely. That artwork turned out really good. So yeah, make sure you go and check that out and give him a follow, because his stuff is fantastic. And while you're on Instagram, make sure you swing by our bios, because that's where the link to the Ebon Hawk Podcast merchandise site is. So we've got some shirts and hats, and we've got our pins that have the podcast logo on them. They turned out really great. So yeah, swing by the shop and check all that stuff out. Again, you can find the links in our Instagram bios, or you can go to ebonhawkpodcast.square.site and check that stuff out for yourself.
And you can find us on Instagram at Ebon Hawk Podcast.
And if you want to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram. It's at astro_droid_. The Ebon Hawk can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, as well as everywhere else that Anchor podcasts are distributed. Subscriptions, reviews, and shares help us out.
Our intro and outro themes were composed by Alistair Scheuerman at alistairsounds.wixsite.com/Alistair Sounds. Our transition music was composed by Christian Walker at christianwalkermusic.com. This episode of the Up and Hawk podcast has been brought to you by Nikki Dog from Patreon. May the Force be with you. We will be back soon. Bye for now.